Hey everyone. I've decided that I think I'm going to narrate this like David Attenborough. And for the love of all that is holy, I have a terrible English accent, so just go with it. But we are approaching the local Karen in her natural habitat, an HOA, in which, rule non-abiders will be punished greatly with no controversy. She is using her first line of defense in any situation, which would be to call the manager. Uh, let's see how this works. We do have a local Karen just cornered in her garage.
Or sirens or
No, I
anything?
didn't actually. I was on the phone.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to be on the phone while you're driving.
The Karen in the wild doesn't notice things that don't involve her. It's quite an astonishing thing, but they just don't seem to notice anything that doesn't involve them unless they want to be outraged.
Me either.
Yes, I am with the hands-free. Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh,
Why are you so...
the Karen will never let an opportunity go to remind you that you're wrong, a peon, and I am right. Now, notice the very stylish lunchbox, the necklace understated, of course, no cleavage, because pearly. She has a lovely car and is actually in a garage. I've never seen that before.
upset at me? I'm doing my job. You just admitted to me that you were going 55 and a 35 on
Can you
Phillips
please tell
Road.
him to leave me alone? It's
Officer Christopher,
Christopher.
can you...
Notice the alacrity with which the local Karen susses out who this person is to tell the manager about this. She is absolutely talented, can read, so literate. It's very good. Let's continue. I am most enchanted by this idea.
stay over here, ma'am? This
No,
is a
I'm
traffic...
not
This is
staying
this
over
is a
here.
legal traffic stop. Do you have your ID?
No, it's in my purse. Here.
You have your purse right there.
No, this is my lunch. Would you talk to
The Karen is handing over her phone to talk to your
Hello,
manager.
sir. Good. Ma'am, can you please stay at the back? This is ma'am, this...
Now, the local Karen, again, does not apply rules to themselves. So she first deploys the call the manager, then she enacts a thoroughly aggressive posture to make this officer wish that he had never pulled her over. It's very, very complicated. We are studying the natural body postures and activities of Karens in the wild to compilate, their behaviors and give a more concise idea. But we are pretty sure that if the first line of defense, which is calling a manager, doesn't work, then the local Karen will increase her surliness and again do a very holier than thou posture. Now, this is an interesting case because this local Karen is a DA that was speeding. Let's see how our local Karen deals with this.
This is legal traffic stop. Can you please stay over here?
No. Hey, baby, get your little guy out of here.
Sir, I stopped her for going 50.
Oh, look, in a very interesting turn of events, the local Karen seems to have bonded with a four-legged domestic pet. Now, usually domestic pets can suss out, well, thunder cowness, but apparently this dog did not smell it on her, or she's only like this to police officers. We don't know. Like I said, Karening is a very new science, and we are just trying to learn all we can about Karen-ology.
55 and a 35 on Phillips
On
Road.
Phillips Road.
And
Coming
she
home from
failed
work.
to stop. She drove all the way back home and parked in her garage. And now she's not complying with any of my commands. Ma'am, do not go inside.
Oh, the local Karen pays no attention to anyone's rules. She fights by her own rules, and she lives by her own rules. Sort of like those, Fast and Furious blokes, okay? Anyway, she's doing a bang-up job of deploying the other strategy, which is just ignoring the peons around you. Now, Let's see how the first line of defense, the manager call, is going to work out in this.
Oh my God.
Yep. Yep. All right. Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you. Would you
9-5.
The local Karen also employs knowledge that the lesser folk wouldn't know. Apparently, she is learned in the law, and she knows exactly how to deal with a parking ticket. So really, what will our poor police officer out in the wild do?
3. Can you have a supervisor come to the scene?
No. Get out of my fucking house.
Oh,
I don't know why.
oh
I don't know
no.
why.
Oh no, the Karen has now added profanity and expletives to her talking. This is terrible. We are getting very close to a Karen out of control, I do believe. She has deployed all of her defenses, the first and major defense, which was calling the manager, because, again, managers and managers talk to each other. And then she's increased her belligerence and her posture of greater than thou-ness. She really is running out of tricks. I am quite worried. Will she get arrested? What will our police officer do? Well, without further ado, let's continue.
Why you're acting like this towards me?
Because
Can you please go to the back of the vehicle?
I'm not going to. I'm home. Oh,
We have seen something rarely we have seen a behavior there. Not that, body language is really good or anything. It can be quite a wibbly science, if you will. But the use of the finger does draw and delineate power to her as a person and makes her feel powerful, gives her, leverage. She can poke her finger out. She is better than you, and she needs you to know it. This is amazing to see in the wild. You rarely see it in, civilized company and all.
okay, 55.
I don't care if you got home. You were supposed to stop at Phillips Road when I pulled you over. When my lights were
I
initiated.
didn't know you were stopping me. There was lots of other people on the road.
I was right behind you.
Yeah?
Again, this is amazing. Karen has noticed there are people around her, that other beings exist. This must be a breakthrough for this Karen. I feel very proud to have seen this moment.
There were other people on the road too.
Okay, I was directly behind you.
Again, she acknowledged
Can you
other
please step
people.
over here?
I'm not going to.
Oh no,
What is the reason you're so against what I'm
we
doing?
have put
I'm
our
doing my
hand on our
job.
hip.
You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
Okay.
Okay, let me get you my...
And here she's employing her status among her group. Now, apparently this particular Karen is a DA, which means she does understand laws, but maybe doesn't understand how to human. I don't know. Let's continue.
badge. I am the DA of Monroe County.
I just don't understand the hostility towards me. I'm doing my job.
This poor police officer simply doesn't understand that this woman cannot be pulled over. It is against all laws in the universe, according to her. She is not allowed to have to deal with the things that us peons do. It's quite against her nature.
How am I being
She
an
is
asshole?
rummaging through her coach bag.
The DA of Monroe County.
I understand
Yes,
that, but
I'm
that doesn't
coming
give
home
you
from
a
work,
right
and
to
I
go
was just-
55 and a 35. And you even admitted.
While the police officer is making relevant points, he doesn't understand that she has already called his manager and he's getting a supervisor. So, as she is well versed in the language of supervisors, he's going down for the count, I do believe.
To me that you went 50. I understand that, ma'am.
I don't really
I
care.
understand that.
You know what? If you give me a traffic ticket, that's fine. I'm the one who prosecutes it, okay? Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
Oh, my apologies. I think that is a Louis Vuitton purse, not a Coach purse. These are very elevated status symbols for the Karen of the HOA and the DA. And to misidentify one can be soul-crushing from what I've heard.
I just don't understand the hostility. I understand you're coming home from work.
And half the time I was on the phone with Dennis, telling him, why are you pulling me over?
You're not even supposed to be on the phone to begin.
Wait a minute, this Karen is arguing quite terribly because apparently she was on the phone with the manager as she saw the flashing lights. I do wonder how she's going to correct this slip up.
With. You
Oh,
should
yes.
know that.
On hands
We
free.
again to see the
Absolutely.
finger?
You should know the law.
Okay? If it is hands-free, that's great. But
And she's deploying what we call the Pelosi eyebrows, which are extra surprise and shock that someone of your station would be talking to her. We are seeing a lot of really interesting body postures in this incident. Really, I mean, the contribution to Karen-ology that this woman is giving is commendable.
at the end of the day, you're going 55 and a 35. That's 20
Okay.
miles over the speed limit.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. You know what I've been dealing with all day? 3 murders in the city. And do you think I really care if I was going 20 miles over the speed limit?
Okay, I'm just doing my
Again, the Karen has admitted to wrongdoing. I am positively shocked. I'm just chuffed that she's learning new stuff. I mean, look at her. She's growing and she might emerge a real human being after this. I doubt it. I mean, we've not seen one in the wild, but it could happen.
my
I would
job.
get
If
in
you
front of
pulled
a-
if you pulled over when you saw my lights, which obviously you did,
I thought you were going somewhere else because I thought no one would ever pull a black SUV if you ran my plates.
I
If
didn't run your plate. I just called your plate out. And then I'm following you because you're not stopping. So I had to take the air from dispatch.
Just please.
953. You can have the air back, by the way. Just come outside over here.
No, I'm not going outside.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
The Karen is employing now her final tactic, simple refusal. Let's see how this plays out for her.
For you just to leave.
Well, I'm having a supervisor come because that's what my chief told me to do.
Oh, let's see what the addition of a supervisor does to this dynamic. I'm quite ecstatic
your
about
driver's
seeing
license?
this.
I just showed you my driver's
You show me
license.
your
No.
badge.
This Karen, I feel a little confused actually. I'm quite I'm quite discombobulated as she claims she knows the law and yet she continues to admit to wrongdoing, doesn't show her driver's license. She really is I guess what we would call cranial rectitis. Now, this is a terrible disease. It involves one's head up one's ass, and it can lead to, well, loss of oxygen and stupidity. But this is quite a terminal case, I'm afraid. If things aren't done to correct it, I don't know.
Thanks, 74. With EMS, a 14-year-old having a seizure, 200 East River Road, apartment 200 on the third
Because
floor.
I was going 55 up Phillips Road.
And before you get your affiliate.
And I was
She's
just
part of
trying
it. She's
to,
the DA.
Yep, I know.
and I was just trying to pull into my drive.
Oh, now this will be an interesting dynamic to watch because what we are seeing here is a no-nonsense non-Karen versus a mega thunder cow Karen. I do want to see if she will attain her final form or if no-nonsense broad will win. We just don't know. It's amazing. I'm more captivated than when we do dots.
Driveway. I was on the phone with Dennis Kohlmeyer saying, would you please tell the person who's following me that
Listen,
I'm almost home?
ma'am, I understand you were going home, but I started my lights back at Phillips Road.
Hey, on Phillips Road, yes,
Yes.
you did, and there are other cars.
I was right behind you, directly behind you. At the end,
Go ahead, like,
listen,
you want to...
Right back there, in that little bit, you saw a slight, micro, emotional movement of the face. This Karen knows she's caught. Unfortunately, this is all being recorded, and she's suddenly realizing this could be a bit of a pickle.
At the
Like
end
I
of the
said,
day,
go ahead if you want to write me a traffic ticket, that's fine.
okay, at the end
I
of the
really
day,
don't care.
at the end of the day, I was stopping you for speed. If you
I've
just
had a
stopped,
really bad day. I've been dealing with
and I
murders
get
in the
it,
city
and I
all
get
the-
it. We have bad
I'm
days
sorry,
also,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
The Karen is now using her very final, but sort of like a defeatist. She's blaming everything on situations. Nothing is her fault. It never is. Once you realize that the universe simply does things to the Karen and she is unable to control herself, then really it's interesting to watch them go.
Sorry.
We have bad days also.
My license back?
I'm gonna just add it to the job real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
No nonsense
You
female
can
is
just
walking
go and actually
away.
add it. You don't have to use the air. At the end of the day, I was just making a traffic stop, doing my job, what I was supposed to do.
Well, fine, thank you.
Okay?
Oh, the Karen has realized defeat. She realizes somewhere in the back of her brain that this may look bad. Oh, it's interesting to see the change of body language to defeatist. And yes, while Karen may have had to deal with terrible, terrible things, one should not treat a police officer like a busboy.
So now, supervisor's on his way, and then we'll go
Which
from there.
supervisor's gonna have it?
Huh?
Who?
Sergeant Johnson. I understand you had it, like, I get it. We all have
I'm
bad days at
just-
work.
And I'm gonna go in the house, seriously, this is
No,
ridiculous.
this is a traffic
Oh.
stop. And
The Karen, again, doesn't seem to understand the peril. It's really like she has two brains, one that is cognizant that this could look terrible, and one that is, well, hell-bent on being right and, well, Karening.
and you, out of everyone, should know that if there's a legal traffic stop, which I have the right to detain you until this is done.
Then just write me the fucking ticket. I really don't.
The language. That is just so low class. I can't even believe she's doing it. What a cunt. Anyway, let's continue.
Well, then just hang out at the back of the car.
Because I'm the one that's gonna prosecute myself.
I
You know what I'll do with the ticket?
Okay, just come on.
Oh, one should never deplore an evil witch cackle. If you are trying to give the appearance of submission and looking like you give a damn, evil laugh, no. No, look, you're very close to a witch or a bitch. It really, you shouldn't fall into a stereotype. Be better.
Come out here for me and just stand.
I'm not walking out there. I'm not, hey baby, right?
Again, she is employing refusal. I do have to say the best person in this entire video has been the little doggo. I feel terrible for the police officer. I mean, you have to deal with this woman in bright pink pants for some reason. But the doggo has been wonderful, hasn't he? Really.
Corey, you just want to stand up here.
Oh no, the Karen has bamboozled, has, well, scuppered his will to live, I guess. He is off. He is off, and he would like to do a runner, just like the rest of us, when dealing with this kind of behavior.
Yeah, as long as it's added to the job. Sergeant on his way?
Because you said 10-4.
Okay.
So, it could be.
Okay. So maybe we can... Oh, it just... Yeah. Now the Karen will have to deal with 4 or 5 people and see if her manipulative words can help.
Sure, because there were other cars going back and forth, that I got to turning into the field press, and I'm like, I'm just gonna drive home. That's what I did. So I was getting so, and I got on the phone with Dennis, I don't know, even before I turned, when I turned.
No nonsense cop lady cannot help but want to scream expletives, so she had to leave because real women don't act like this. No, they don't. But the wild Karen does.
turned in and said, you know, it's me that they're stopping, just tell them it's me. So I don't know, that's.
Again, the Karen shows that she is above the law and above
942.
You know
rules.
what, there are other cars and folks.
942.
I'm just gonna pull in.
You have me to the T stuff.
I would advise against that. I mean, you're supposed to pull off to the
Yep.
side of the road if somebody with their emergency lights is coming behind you anyways.
Yeah, I just.
Corey, it's fine. Just we're having supervisors come, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, come on.
The Karen has so much polluted the atmosphere with self-righteousness and, well, farts that she likes to sniff, I'm sure, that all police officers are safely moving away from her because they don't have personal protective gear. I don't know, we are not sure if Karening is contagious, but we do like to take precautions.
This is what my chief wants. That's at the end of the day. You called him. I spoke to him on your phone, and this is what he wants.
I'm gonna call him again. Seriously.
The Karen is employing another call to the manager. Let's see how this works for her.
Seriously, there's 3 officers here already.
Her voice has gone shrill. I don't know if that's a mating call or simply another defense mechanism. We shall have to see. The science is very brand new right now.
You guys can go. You guys go. I'll wait here wait for Sarge or LT. Sounds like LT is coming though.
Oh my goodness, I was going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit on Phillips. I didn't pull over, I just figured I'd drive to my driveway instead.
The Karen is quiet as the police chief is telling her, what the hell? You're not above the law. Oh, wait, no, I may have misinterpreted. The manager call may have worked. As I said, very new science, this. I do reckon, though, this police officer will need a very stiff drink, maybe 2 or 4 fingers of brandy tonight.
She was going 55 and 35 on Phillips. She didn't stop at all. She decided to drive home, called the chief, and this is where we're at. She met him multiple times to me.
This is an introduction of a superior, a manager, if you will. Let's see how this changes the dynamic of the wild Karen. As everything, the doggo is wonderful.
On Phillips Road, going 55 and a 35. Didn't see the plate. I was just keeping an eye on the vehicle because she wasn't stopping. Drove all the way here, pulled into her garage, got out, was just being aggressive towards me for no reason. I was being respectful, telling her this is a legal traffic stop. Come to the back of the vehicle. No. Then she called chief. Then that's why I requested a supervisor. And now she wanted to go inside. Told her no, you can't go inside. And
Now, the supervisor apparently, after years of police work, has lost the ability to grow hair, making him an official officer. As we know, usually if you're not bald or have a mustache, then we don't know about your cop, credentials. But this man has both, so credentialed he is.
this is where we're at, so.
This poor police officer is just round the bend. But dearie, it swings and roundabouts. She'll get hers. Allegedly in Minecraft.
No, it's fine, it's write me a ticket. But I was just saying, I was not gonna stop at Phillips Road at 5:30.
Oh, no. The manager that she procured, that she actually demanded, it sounds like it could be that he is not going to agree to her reckoning of this situation. What will this Karen do?
717, I got nothing showing all set.
Oh, how is the Karen going to react to truth and facts?
card.
I gave it back to her. It's attached to the job and everything, so.
I didn't want to stop and talk to her. I was right down the street. I figured I would just stop in my driveway. That's what I figured. I thought it was
It,
easier.
it does look like with the pastor of this particular manager or supervisor that he is not willing to take the enormous shovelfuls of excrement that's falling out of this woman's mouth. Now, I could be wrong. I am very new to the body language sort of thing, but he does look like he's calling her out on her shite. My penny problem glasses see all. They really do.
I'm still rolling, so.
Yeah, you, I mean, it's your traffic stop. I'm not gonna tell you how to handle it.
Yeah.
The local police officer has decided to back off and let supervisor talk in managerial terms to Karen.
I'll wait till LT is done talking. I mean,
17, I can start for the unknown.
The officer's
717, looks like
pacing.
it's an open line on a cell phone with people that were yelling to one another at the tennis court area.
yeah,
in the middle
he got
school.
out of the vehicle, everything, so. I mean,
10 for all advice.
The local police are talking amongst themselves
she
to
knew-
try to
she knew
understand the
exactly that
Karen
she
in
was
the
going
wild.
55 and a 20, or a 35. She even called the chief. So it's like, I I don't care just writing her the speeding ticket and being done with it, but technically it's a arrestable offense if she didn't stop.
This is very interesting. It's gone very quiet, which could either mean that there's something afoot or the situation has
Stepping out at
de-escalated.
293 Taft Ave on this. Check for my missing person.
Assumed that when I pulled in that most of us would be emails over here. Right? Yeah, I mean, I was just assuming that you all knew.
The local Karen is now just feigning ignorance. If all else fails, this is the final ploy.
No, a lot of us have, at least everybody working today except for the sergeant.
Karen is being reminded that her day is not the only one that matters. Now, this is terribly difficult to understand and may take some time for her to process. There is an element of defeat in her body language.
17 all set. Make contact over the phone. Accidental call.
What's the deal? You got
Yeah,
it.
fine.
Ticket? What are you gonna do?
I mean,
It's your stop. I'm not gonna interfere with that.
yeah.
73,
I get that she came home. I mean, obviously, if I
It
Just
makes
trying
no
to-
sense.
yeah.
I explained that to her.
I-
It makes
like-
no sense to come.
she came home, she failed to stop. I mean, it's an arrestable offense. I'm not trying to arrest the DA of the county, but also I don't want to not do my job and not at least write her something. So
No,
I
I
think
get it. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna.
I'll at least write her the freaking going 55 and a 20.
So the
At the
local
end of the day, I
law
got
enforcement
discretion whether or not.
No, I get it.
has decided to hold this Karen accountable. Again, the local Karen has made quite a muck of things involving supervisors of all types. I don't believe she's going to be invited to any parties with this police officer business, showing up. And the most lovely person in this entire video, the doggo. let's skip forward to when she does get the ticket. We don't need to see the local police officer in the, well, fuzzy screen. Let's go forward. And it looks like he has indeed made the ticket. Now, he is showing incredible restraint here because myself, I would have origamied it into a middle finger or a V sign, depending where you go. She is in America, so I will say middle finger, and give it to said DA, but he is a much better person than I am.
That's
35.
fine. I'll take care of it since I'll be prosecuting myself.
Okay. At the end of the day,
Oh,
see my-
this
Since
woman.
I'll be prosecuting myself.
okay.
Oh, this woman
the
is
end of the day-
terrible.
If you see my lights and sirens behind you, and obviously they're going off, just pull over. We can have a conversation and be on our way. I kept my eye on your vehicle. I'm not going to check my computer to see what plate it is if a vehicle is not stopping for me. I want to keep my eyes on that vehicle for my safety, so I make it home at the end of the day. Okay?
I apologize, but
I'm sorry that you had a bad day,
yeah.
and I'm sorry it went this way, but I do respect what you do. Have a good day, man.
But I would say,
Unfortunately, the local Karen, I don't think, learned anything from this, but we have learned a lot in the science of Karen-ology. I will see you soon for Nightly Newsy News. Have a wonderful day, everyone.